and welcome to episode 80 of the Crazy Sock Lady podcast. My name is Kay, and I have so much knitting to chat about with you guys today. Today's November 21st. It is a Thursday, and it has been a week. Everything is fine. I'm fine. I just had some things that made me have to slow down a little bit this week and kind of take it easy and rest. And the result of that has been so much knitting. It's kind of been amazing. But I'm happy to be up and moving and feeling good today and be able to sit down and chat with you guys and show you what all I've been working on. So today we have a giveaway winner to announce, and then a new giveaway to announce. I have a couple of new designs that I'm recording this on Thursday. It'll go up on Friday. And by the time this goes up, the designs will be live and available for purchase. So I have a couple of designs to show you. And what else? Finished objects. Like I said, a lot of knitting got done, so I have 3 finished objects. Some works in progress, and a couple of things I received in the mail. So let's go ahead and get started. First, you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and we do have a group for this podcast on Ravelry. If you head over to Ravelry and up at the top, you'll see the groups tab. You hit that and search Crazy Sock Lady Podcast. It's going to pull that up for you. If you don't feel like searching for any of those places, just right down here below this video in the down bar, there's going to be links to everywhere that you can find me, links to project pages, anything show notes wise, links to shops, anything, all that's going to be down below. So the first thing I thought we would chat about today are the new designs that are coming out. And I did share these on last week's episode, but I thought I would go ahead and show them again, and I want to give you guys the coupon codes for these for the release weekend. So the first one is the Round and Round cowl. And this pattern is perfect for mini skeins or scraps that you have left over. Some of my testers have even done it in just one yarn. They didn't do scrappy or minis or anything, and it looks gorgeous like that as well. So this one's one you can have a lot of fun with and kind of customize to make your own. And the coupon code for this one, for the Round and Round cowl, it'll get you 15% off, and it is ROUND15. And I'll be sure to put the codes down in the down bar below as well, and the links to where you can purchase both of these patterns. It's available on Ravelry and Etsy. So I knit this one out of Legacy Fiber Arts, a 7 skein, a mini set with 7 mini skeins. So that is the first design. And then there's also the Swing Your Partner fingerless mitts. And for 15% off this one, use the code SWING15. And this one I did out of Desert Vista Dye Works in her dark crystal colorway. It's getting a little bit blown out. It's very overcast here today, which is so unusual for Arizona. We've had some rainy, overcast days. Definitely not the norm for out here. But those are our 2 new designs. So both of these, I don't even think I said, both of these are out of fingering weight yarn. And this is perfect for self-striping. That's what this is right here. Self-striping yarn. I might want to put them right side up and not upside down. This is perfect for self-striping yarn. Or you could use minis if you wanted, scraps, just a solid yarn. But definitely self-striping works up great in that. And both of these are, they're a triplet pattern with the heel toe do-si-do socks. So this is a sock pattern of mine that's available on Etsy and Ravelry. And I've used the same basis for the design for the Swing Your Partner fingerless mitts and the Round and Round cowl, which is again out of fingering weight yarn. And I plan on knitting this up with my advent calendar from Bumblebee Acres. So I'm excited to get started on that on December 1st. I think I'm going to just start and do a different, each day will be a different mini, and I will knit up that day into the cowl, and it's just going to make a super long cowl that I think will be so fun to put on, and it'll be just nice and squishy around my neck. I think it's going to be amazing. So let me know if you plan on doing the round and round cowl throughout December with your advent. So those are the new designs that are coming out. And now let's chat about finished objects, because I've got just a couple. So I think I wrote down when I finished these. I finished these the day I recorded last, I think. I finished these on November 12th, which is the date that I recorded the last episode. So these are my leaf peeping socks. This is a yarn by Hypnotic Yarn. The colorway is Leaf Peeping. And I knit these on US 1 2.25 millimeter needles, 64 stitches, cuff down, just my go-to, and a slip stitch heel flap and gusset. And the heel flap and gusset and the toe are, you can find those, the patterns for those in any of my patterns on Ravelry or Etsy, any of my sock patterns. That's my go-to, and that is my favorite. So these were a lot of fun to do. I've just been saving this yarn. I've had it for a couple of years, and it's just so perfectly fall. So just a plain vanilla sock for those. And that's the first thing I finished since the last episode. And then I finished these just this past week. And these are my November Desert Vista Dyework socks in the dark crystal colorway. I used leftovers from when I knit up the sample for this pattern. For these socks, I did them a little different. First, let me say, these sock blockers are from Burning Impressions. And these are just plain metal ones, because I get questions a lot about where I get my sock blockers from. These are just plain metal ones, and I ordered these off of Webs. And I'll be sure to link the website down below for you guys. So these ones are from Burning Impressions. But these socks I did a little differently. So I think I might have chatted about it on the last episode, I can't recall. But I just had some leftovers. I had 60 some grams left, and I split that evenly and then did them just in tandem. I did a little bit on one sock, a little bit on the other sock. And I think I wrote down the name. The Gusset to Heel Socks by Wendy Johnson. It is a toe up pattern, which I've done toe up before. It's not my favorite. I just don't really enjoy it that much. I like cuff down. But I wanted to give this a try after seeing Susan of Desert Vista Dye Works do it. So I did. And the fit is great. Oh, the camera is sliding a little bit. There we go. The fit of the sock is great. I enjoyed it. It was okay. I don't think I will do toe up again for a while. I don't know. It's just not my favorite to do. But I did I don't remember what size it was on the size ranges, but it was a 64 stitches, and this is a free pattern. And the heel, look, it's very interesting. There's no heel flap. So you start with your toe and work up, and then you start doing some increases for the gusset, and then you do a heel turn and no heel flap. So I'm interested to see how that wears, not having that extra kind of stability back there that a heel flap gives, but I'm also not very hard on my socks. I don't wear them in tennis shoes a lot. Normally I just wear them around the house. I live in Arizona, so I don't get a ton of use out of them, honestly. But I'll be interested to see how that wears. So it was a lot of fun, and then I just kept knitting up. I did a pretty long cuff. I think I did 25 rounds because I wanted to use as much as I could, and I just had tiny little balls of this left, so I used almost all 64 grams. And then I did a sewn bind off. It's nice and stretchy. These haven't been blocked or anything, but a nice stretchy bind off for the cuff. And those are my November socks. So only one more month and I will have completed the year-long knit along for Desert Rooster Dye Works. I actually have my yarn over there ready to be caked up for December. I have a stack of yarn, 5 skeins sitting over there that are ready to be caked up for gift knitting and then my December socks. So I'll probably, don't know that I'll get to that today, but maybe tomorrow I will get that all caked up because I need to get some new socks cast on. I actually have no socks on the needles right now. None at all. It's kind of crazy. I only have one actual work in progress, I would say, right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's finish with the last finished object and then we'll go into works in progress and talking about my lack of whips. So the last thing that I finished, I just finished yesterday, and I only cast these on Saturday on the way to Austin's basketball game. He had a late game, about 5 p.m. So I cast these on the way to the game, I think, or shortly before we left. And then I finished them yesterday. So much knitting. So these are Regia Perfect, the design line by Arnie and Carlos. And the color number is 09136. So it's very Christmassy looking. And if you've watched for a while and you have a good memory, you will know that I knit this same pair last year for me. And my mother-in-law commented how much she loved the pair that I knit last year. So last year I went out and I bought the yarn again. I ordered it online, probably on Webs, I would say. I can't recall. But I ordered another skein. And then when I was going through my stash, kind of looking like, okay, picking out yarns for gift knits and things, I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, I was going to knit her that and give it to her before December. So I whipped these up very quickly this week. And now they come, my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law are coming on Saturday to visit. They'll be here Saturday through Thursday. So I'm going to give these to her this weekend. So these won't be a Christmas gift because I would love for her to get to wear them throughout the Christmas season. So I'm going to go ahead and give these to her this weekend. And if you've never done or heard of the Perfect, they come so that you will get 2 identical socks, 2 matching socks. And I think that's pretty dang, yeah, it's pretty spot on if you look at those closely. So it starts out, there's like a yellow guide yarn, and you go to the end of that yellow guide yarn, and that's when you start your sock. So I always just cut the yellow off and then cast on from there. And then for these ones, some of the Perfects are different in how they're laid out. But for this one, you have a set amount of green for the cuff, and you could of course shorten that if you wanted. I just did a really long cuff. And then once it starts going into the different colors, you just start knitting the leg of the sock, and then it changes back to the green and you do your heel. I just did a heel flap and gusset, a slip stitch heel flap. And then I just started knitting the foot, and it worked out pretty perfect that by the time I was done with that, I think I had like 1 round of the green left, and then it went right into this. And then I did end up doing, you go back to the green after this, but of course you want to knit your toe, your foot as long as you need it to be. So I ended up with like 5 plain rounds of the green before I started the toe decreases for her socks. So worked out very nicely, and I hope that she loves them. I'm going to give them a good soak and let them dry on some sock blockers just so they look nice and neat to gift them to her this weekend. And I did those 64 stitches, US 1 2.25 millimeter for all of those socks, if I failed to mention that. So that's all of my finished objects. And like I said, I think I only really have one work in progress going right now. It's my Oracle shawl. I haven't worked on it, just a little bit here and there, not enough to bring it out and show it. And then I do have, the only other knitting that I have going right now are some dishcloths. So I can show those. I finished 2 dishcloths. And the pattern that I use for these, I'll link it down below. I don't have a project page for these because I'm just kind of whipping them up. It's by PJ Allen. Might be Grandma's second favorite dishcloth or something like that. I will be sure to link it down below for you guys. So it starts out at the corner, and this one I think I started down here. So you start out here and then you're increasing and then you decrease back down. And this pattern has a version with holes and then no holes. I did no holes. I just love the look of that. And I'm just using up scraps. So up here on top of my cabinets, I have 2 big like basket tote type things that have, there's not a single full skein of cotton yarn up there. It's all, there's some from Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Michaels, all of those different types of brands up there, and it's scraps. So I'm making scrappy dishcloths and I'm loving it. Just going through, and I fill up the basket here with just random ones that kind of go together, and then I'll just pick, when I run out of one color, I pick up a different one. So this is actually pretty, that's not a full skein, but this is probably one of the bigger scraps that I have in there, and I just started this one this morning. I finished this and then started this one this morning before the kids got up for school. So this is all that I have going right now. I did go through before I started recording and get a couple of project bags ready with gift knit things that don't have to be caked up. My sister Cassie requested a pair of black fingerless gloves. I made her a pair a couple of years ago, quite a few years ago actually, and she's just worn them every single year. I love when she sends me pictures of her wearing them. And this year she requested all black new fingerless gloves for Christmas. So I grabbed, I have some Knit Pick Stroll back there. Fingering, I grabbed that. I'm gonna whip those up quickly. Those won't take very long. And then for both of my nieces, one of the gifts I'm doing for them are socks. And I put just some leftover bits of yarn that I have, and I'm gonna get started on those probably today because I'm itching to have some socks going, and those socks will not take long because Henley is not even a year old. She'll be a year old in March, and then Lily is 4, so both of those socks will go quickly. That'll be fun to get a couple of gift knits off of the needles. On and then off because they're not even on yet. So yeah, this week I've been mostly monogamous knitting. I went through and I finished my November socks, and then I finished these off, and I resisted the urge to cast all of the things on, and I've really been enjoying just focusing on those things. It felt like they flew off of my needles because for one, I had so much knitting time this week. I had to kind of take it easy and rest a little bit this weekend. That really allowed me to get a lot of knitting done, and only working on one thing at a time, they just flew right off the needles. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm hoping not to completely clog my needles back up. I'm gonna try to focus on the gift knits and get one done, get another one done, get another one done, and hopefully get some work done on my Oracle shawl because I want it done by the end of the year. Austin does have a basketball tournament this weekend, so I am going to have to definitely have some good sock knitting, which I'll have Henley and Lily's socks going, but those are so small, they're not really, I don't know that they would really be good for basketball game knitting because they won't take very long and I'll have heels and all of that that'll need attention. So I'll probably cast on either Eric's gift socks or Wyatt's gift socks for Christmas, one of the two, and have those to work on at the basketball game. The only other thing that I've worked on this week is my plastic canvas. So I've only worked on this yesterday. I haven't worked on it a lot, just yesterday. But I did get this done. Look how cute. So this is what goes on the front of the chimney. And it is done. I had the wreath finished, and then yesterday I finished the bow and attached it. I kind of think I might secure it just a little bit more. It just had you secure it twice up top here, but it does move a little bit, which is not like it's gonna be sitting holding tissues, but I might secure it just a bit more so that when it gets put away for the year, that doesn't pull or anything. And then it has these little bulbs on the wreath, so I did those and got those attached. So that's all I've worked on that. I was gonna try to do stitching Saturday, this past Saturday, but it just didn't happen. We had a lot going on, and then Austin had basketball games, so I just didn't get to work on that on Saturday. But I was happy to get a little bit of time in on it yesterday, and hopefully maybe I'll work on it a little bit this afternoon as well. Now let's chat about the giveaways that we have. So we have a winner to announce from last episode. So we did a giveaway for the Clark & Elle mini skein set, and the winner for this is Natalie Smith. So congratulations, Natalie. So if you would just email me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com, and that email will be down below in the down bar as well. Let me know if you want fingering or DK and your mailing address, so I can get that information over to them and they can get that sent out to you when it's ready to go. So thank you so much to everybody that commented and entered that giveaway. It was fun to read through and see what everybody would use their mini skeins for. So today we have a giveaway to announce. It's going to kind of take us into mail as well because I just received this. Let me grab it here. So I got a package in the mail from Cookie and Bees Handmade. And they sent over a couple of different things. One of them is a yarn cozy. Put your cake of yarn down inside of there. And they sent this over for a giveaway. So this episode we're going to do a giveaway for the yarn cozy. And I'll probably throw in a couple of little extras that I have back here in my giveaway goodies as well. So to enter this giveaway, just comment down below and then I will draw a winner next episode that I record. And it's super cute. It's got there's a little frog and a paper boat. Oh, look at the little bee. Bear, campfire, very, very cute. And then they also sent over a bag and a cozy for me to try out. So with this, I'm going to put all of my Advent knitting in here. And I'm really excited about it. So I have I'm going to be doing the Round and Round cowl out of Bumblebee Acres Advent, and then the Cozy Knitter Advent self-striping sock. I'm going to put all of that in here, and this will be my Advent knitting bag. 'Cause it's kind of like a basket too, how it's open on the top. It's a super cute bag. So head over and check out Cookie and Bee's shop. I'll be sure to link it down below. And if you want to enter the giveaway for this, cozy, just comment down below. I also received a couple of other things in the mail. So this one was a total surprise to me. I had no clue that this was coming at all. I received a package, an early Christmas present from SSK Yarners, and they just totally spoiled me. They sent me this cute, I'm going to take this out, so it might be kind of crinkly for a moment. They sent a Notions container, and I have one similar to this that I absolutely love. So it has one big compartment over here and then a bunch of little compartments. And I love the yarn ball in the front. Mine, the one that I have, is just plain on the front, so this is super cute. And then they also sent a sock blank that, look at the sheep. It's got sheep painted on it. And then they sent this to go for heels, toes, and cuffs. The socks for that. And then they also sent along an extra skein of their Ho 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 colorway. This is a 50-gram skein, so I think I'm going to make Wyatt socks with this. He'll really like that. And these were their fingering weight as well, the sock blank. And then this is Wine O'Clock. I just now noticed the name of this one. That's the perfect name for that color. And that's definitely one of my favorite colors right there. Gorgeous. So that was a total surprise, getting an early Christmas gift in the mail. I was not expecting that at all. And I think, so I have a couple of goodies that I've kind of been setting aside for a giveaway that will probably, right now I'm planning it to be on Instagram on December 1st to kind of get us going in the holiday season, the Christmas season. So I think I'm going to put this, since I already have, I think I have 2 of these little containers. I'm going to share the love of my Christmas gift here and put this in the giveaway. So keep an eye out because there's some really cute stuff going in that. The last thing I received in the mail, I ordered last month, maybe, or the month before. I can't remember when I ordered this, but it is from Pineapple Yarn. So she's been doing a glow club, and she's been doing candles and yarn in the club, and I have been so into candles lately. I have one back here. I don't know if it's in the shot or not, but I have been loving candles lately. So I had to jump on this, and I'm so glad that I did. So let me check here. This is the one. This was the skein of yarn that was in the November Glow Club. Look how gorgeous that is. It's brown sugared fig. And this is on her Lonnie sock, which is 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon, 463 yards. It is absolutely stunning. And then you get a candle, and this is the brown sugared fig candle. And it smells, it says it's premium beeswax and coconut oil. It smells amazing. I wish that you guys could smell this. It smells so good. So my candle back here, once it's burnt out, this is going to be the next one. I'm going to save this just special for in my office when I'm in here working. I think that'll be fun. And then just because Marina is just the sweetest, she sent me another skein of yarn. So this is Low Country Fresh Fallen Pecans, or pecans. I asked my husband when I got this, I said, how do you say that? I said, I think it depends on where you live. But whichever way you say it. And this is also on her Lonnie sock. Oh, that's getting blown out. But oh man, it's gorgeous. And I actually think these two go very well together. Oh, that one's upside down. I think they go very well together. And I may have ordered her December one as well. I just loved this one so much. I couldn't resist. So I'll be getting that one too. I can't wait. And no regrets. I cannot wait to get it. I'm very excited. So I think that is pretty much all of the knitting and yarny stuff today. I've kind of already chatted a little bit about life stuff as I've went. And we're just getting ready for company to come. Basketball tournament this weekend. It'll be a busy, we're gonna go to Medieval Times in Scottsdale, which if you've never heard of Medieval Times, it's like you go in and you have dinner and you watch a show. There's knights and they do all kind of knight stuff. I don't really know. I've never been. But my kids are excited and my mother-in-law is very excited. So that'll be a lot of fun to get to do while we have company in town. So we're going to do that on Tuesday. And that's kind of it. The house is decorated for Christmas, other than outside decorations. We don't have lights up outside or anything, but the Christmas tree is up and all of the little decorations are out inside, and it has made me so happy to have them up. There have been so many articles floating around about how having your Christmas decorations up early can relieve stress and make you happier, and it definitely worked for me this year because I've been very stressed out lately, had so much going on, and getting all those decorations out definitely helped relieve my stress and just made me happy to see them all. And I've had a balsam fir woodwick candle burning in the living room, so we don't have a real Christmas tree, but we have that smell from the candle. It's been great. The only thing I haven't done is start playing Christmas music yet. I've held off on that, but I'm not going to be able to wait that much longer. So I know not everybody likes to decorate that early, and we normally are very much a stickler for waiting until Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving Day usually. At least Thanksgiving week. This year I just couldn't wait, and I'm so happy that we were already decorated. But all right, I think that wraps up today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I probably will not record next week because we'll have company in town and then Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and I'll see you guys again in a couple of weeks. Until then, happy knitting. Bye.